Hi, Paul Briant here with South Coast Yachts with another full detailed walkthrough of a listing of mine. This is a 2022 Beneteau Oceanis 51.1 called Sweet Love, and she's loaded with wonderful options, absolutely beautifully clean and well maintained, shows pride of ownership throughout the whole boat. So going to do a full walkthrough end to end and show you all the features of this boat. She's available here in San Diego. She's at Safe Harbor Sun Road Marina, and filming this on a beautiful December day in San Diego. I will leave a link to the listing on Yacht World in the description down below, as well as all my contact information and pricing and everything. Pricing does change, so that's why I don't put it in the video. Anyway, come along on this beautiful walkthrough on this beautiful boat. Thank you for watching. I have True Love turned around with bow in at the moment for some detailing. Just want to show you the bow here and this beautiful Ultra Anchor. If you're not familiar with the Ultra Anchor, it is without a doubt the best anchor on the market. They're not cheap at all, but in my opinion it's the best anchor that money can buy, bar none. I know there's Rockner people who will argue with that, but that is the best anchor. Anyway, you can see the composite bow pulpit, or bowsprit, sorry, with attachment point for the asymmetric spinnaker or code 0 right there. This boat does have a furling code 0. Nice plumb bow, really good metal support for this steel reinforced composite bowsprit. So really nice feature and very well executed, and we'll continue the walkthrough further down. Just before we continue the walkthrough, actually I want to show you the bow profile of this boat. As you can see, there's a lot of buoyancy up here in the bow, so no unsupported weight. All the chain, anchor, forestay, everything is really well supported by a lot of buoyancy here. They've narrowed the waterline with this chine that goes back, so when the boat's heeled over, if she heels over enough, that chine engages in the water and gives back your form stability. So very nice design element. Beautiful lines here as well. Very aggressive styling, and Beneteau's done a wonderful job designing this boat. You can see she's got the drop down swim platform. This boat does not have the retractable dinghy davits. Hindsight, we found they're not the greatest execution, but some people do still want them. It does have city water inlet there and these chocks here. This is really nice if you're towing a dinghy or you're tied up on a mooring like in Catalina, that kind of thing. She also does not have, I'm making you aware of the things that she doesn't have, as well as all the features that she does have. She does not have the barbecue that goes here. This can be retrofitted afterwards. It's a plancha grill. It's not really a barbecue. It's kind of more of a grill for hot dogs and things like that, and that swings out over here. She has these padded stern gate rails here. Hot and cold swim shower. Teak's recently been redone. The owner maintains the boat really well. She's just been recently buffed and waxed and had the teak all done, fully detailed inside and out, so she shows like a new boat. Before we go into some of the features, I just want to show you this wonderful cockpit. Very roomy and large. I left, so it has cockpit cushions with these sun pad cushions under the Dodger, but I left, the owner had these covers made so that you don't have to keep taking these cockpit cushions off and storing them away down below or somewhere in an aft cabin. It's a pain in the butt to do, honestly. So he had these really nice charcoal, sunbrella charcoal gray covers made, so you just keep the cover on and it keeps all the cushions in nice shape. So primary helm is on the starboard side here. You have your Yanmar engine controls, shifter down here, This boat also does come with an option with a digital throttle up here and a bigger console. So this just has the more traditional cable shifter down here, bow thruster here. She does have electric primaries, and like I said, bow thruster, and then autopilot control and B&G Zeus. I believe it's a Zeus 3 multifunction display, of course chart plotter, radar, all that kind of thing. They also have, and I've shown you this on other videos, this feature. So instead of having a cleat for when you're heeled over, you can sit here and brace against this. And try and give you a shot of that. A little clumsy, I know, but so you can brace against that when you heeled over, and you kind of hang your butt over this edge here, and then you've got great sight lines forward, and so you can either sit on the high side or low side when you're sailing, but it gives you great visibility. You've got your helm here if you need, you've got your throttle down here, so really nice helm position. The other feature of this is that, I don't know if you can see this, but if you're sailing heeled over, you can stand on this when it's level, and you've got a level surface to stand on, so much less leg fatigue. Sorry about that clatter. She's got a remote anchor windlass control with a digital chain counter on there, so you can raise and lower that beautiful ultra anchor, and shore power connection there. Fusion stereo speakers, you got speakers either side and down below. That fusion stereo can be controlled from the B&G multifunction display. You can see there's a little audio function there, so all Bluetooth streaming. This boat does have underwater lights right here. She's also got these little cockpit courtesy lights, and the current owner added all this canvas, so Memo's custom canvas, the best in San Diego. Bimini with 3 windows, connector and dodger with mackerel on, and also this really nice LED light here, light strip, so when you're sitting at the cockpit table dining, you have nice light around here in the cockpit. So there is line storage under these with a little mesh kind of container to keep all the lines contained and make sure they don't sit and get moldy, so you get air circulation through there so the lines don't sit in a pool of water and get manky and moldy. All your lines are laid back here to these winches. You've got one manual and one 2-speed Harken electric furling winch, or primary winch there. So nice clean decks, everything laid back, and I'll just show you this cockpit table. Here is the cockpit table. This is not the deluxe cockpit table, it's just the basic table, but beautifully finished high gloss 2-part polyurethane varnish, varnished by our service team. Really shows nicely, and has nice big leaves and storage for a life raft underneath there. There are 2 shallow cockpit lockers under here, because this is a 3 cabin boat. So this one's stuffed full of covers, the cover that goes over these cushions, but you get the idea. Just a shallow locker that deep, but it does go all the way out there. One little thing that I forgot to show you is that this has a dimmer on it, so that Bimini light can be dimmed. Very nice feature right there. And let's take a walk up forward. So as I mentioned, Memo's custom canvas, Dodger, Bimini and connector. Of course this connector gets taken off when you're sailing, and then you can just have the Dodger. The one nice feature of Dodge's Memo's Dodger is that you can take this top off, so that you just have the windshield, and of course it's crystal clear Macrolon. As I mentioned, wide open decks, very easy to walk through. It's got a diform rigging, lower diagonal, so you can walk through here. It's diform because it's less stretch, because there's more load on it, because it's further inboard, and you have these skylights, big hatch for light and air in the salon down below. And the boom this boat does have in-mast furling. The owner has put custom quantum sails on here, so she has quantum main, and actually she has a self-tacking jib, so you can see the self-tacking jib is led back to this track here. So if you're learning a boat like this, a self-tacking jib is a good way to go, because she's very easy to handle. Shown you this before in many videos. Nice stainless steel braiding to prevent chafe on all the wires going down, and this metal chafe guard protect all those lines from UV and sunlight and being damaged by ropes tacking through. Beautiful moon shot over there, and just want to give you a shot up the mast. There's the radar, and mounted on a stainless steel mount, so you can hang off that thing if you want. And then we also put big LED light up there, so for your foredeck light. So going up forward, you can see the owner had this custom, also made by Memo's Custom Canvas, this big sun pad up here, and these can stow away under the Dodger back there. You could probably also fit them in this storage locker up here. And then up on the bow, showed you in that other video clip, the beautiful ultra anchor. It's got the ultra swivel as well, and what this does, it's got a knuckle right here, so this stops the anchor from coming up upside down. If the anchor's coming up to come over the bow roller assembly the wrong way, in other words upside down, this knuckle will flip the anchor over to the correct orientation. It's a pretty pricey piece of kit. I think that thing's about $650 for that swivel, but it's probably one of the best swivels on the market and really bulletproof. And if you've ever had to get out there and try and turn that anchor around, you'll know what I'm talking about. Little safety clip on here, Luma electric anchor windlass. She also has a washdown pump with fresh and salt water, so has a hose here, so when you're bringing up that anchor and it's full of mud, you don't have to waste your fresh water. You can wash all that mud off with the salt water and then rinse all that salt off, so you don't have an anchor full of mud down in your anchor locker, slimy mud that we have here in San Diego and other places. And then also rinse the boat off with fresh water. It's a really nice feature. So let's go take a look in this little sort of, it's not a crew cabin, but it's just a storage locker down here. So I apologize, it's a little dark in here because I'm shooting this in the evening. So some boats have this as a crew cabin with a bunk and toilet and everything. This boat does not have this. It's a storage locker. You've got rails to hang ropes and lines in, and storage shelves here to put hardware and that kind of thing in. The boat has a Spectra 12-volt water maker installed by Upgrade Marine. Very professional installation. They do wonderful work for us and a lot of our customers. Very nicely done. And then this is the fresh and saltwater washdown for the anchor locker. It's a huge space. I'm guessing this is about 6 feet, fore and aft, and of course the width of the boat here is probably 6.5 feet, something like that. But it's a large space. So let's continue the walkthrough on deck. So here's just a shot of Safe Harbor Sunroad Marina on this beautiful San Diego evening, and we'll walk back to to the cockpit and continue the walkthrough down below. Just before we go below, I want to show you this little sensor here. This boat is equipped with Siren Marine, and what that is a system that will notify you for a number of events. You'll get a text message. So if someone were to try and break into the boat or enter the boat, anytime you open this, it senses that and will send you a text. It also has other features like geofencing, if the boat moves, if your shore power goes off, if your batteries drop below a certain point, it'll send you a message. So Siren Marine is a wonderful feature. So salon, firstly, companionway stairs, 45 degrees with nice handrails, very comfortable and secure. Even if you've got bad knees, getting down here, no problem. Very nice, easy going in and out. Also safety, she has a handrail going all the way forward and then handholds going forward there. Convertible salon seat, so this table converts into a bed. There's some short legs that go in there and a filler cushion that goes on top. This is the light oak Alpi wood finish interior, so very popular, most in demand color right now. Very nicely laid out galley, pretty standard. I've gone through this 1,000 times, I think. You've heard all this before from me. Big stainless steel sink with cutting board on one side of the sink cover. These covers just give you extra space here. And little trash can bin, so you can pull this out. Nicely thawed out, very simple and basic. And drawers, standard stuff. Big cupboards. This is your propane, your gas solenoid right there to turn your solenoid for your propane stove on and off remotely. And then standard fridge and freezer setup. They've been using this setup for years and years. It's very reliable. So front loading refrigerator with a little freezer compartment there, and top loading freezer. And this has been, like I said, used for years and years and has been incredibly reliable. Very simple. If something breaks on this refrigerator, you can find one locally, pull this one out, drop another one in, but they have been very reliable. This little feature here, not many people know what this is. That's a dustpan. So you can sweep the floor into this little dustpan, toss it in the trash. Very simple, elegant, easy to understand. There's a pop-up TV right here. We'll let that thing do its thing. And go to the galley, the nav station. Here at the back end is your Spectra water maker control. All your controls for your DC, electronics, lights, water pump, all that kind of thing. Your Fusion stereo, air conditioning. This boat is equipped with air conditioning and a generator, Fisher Panda generator. So the whole boat's air conditioned. Very nice set of features. Your B&G multifunction display, we don't always order that unit down below because our thinking is a lot of time you could just use a laptop, plug into this USB right here and get all your charting information on a laptop. But it is nice to have a dedicated B&G unit that syncs with the other units upstairs. Of course, you've got your autopilot control and your stereo control, so you can do all that from down here. Radar chart plotter, MFD, multifunction display. As you can see, the owner is very organized. The whole boat is like this, nicely laid out, everything in its place, pride of ownership throughout. The water tank. So this boat has extra fuel in lieu of the extra water. So one big, I think it's 89-gallon water tank back there, and two fuel tanks, 53 gallons back aft here. So right there, fuel 52 gallons, water 100 gallons, and then head 16 gallons and aft 21 gallons. Here's your Siren Marine stuff right there, and handheld remote VHF and B&G VHF here. So there's your TV, nice big Vizio, looks like a 40-inch TV, something like that. Just after the galley, you've got this storage area here with shelves. Some people have a washer dryer in here. A lot of people I've seen take that washer dryer out because they prefer the shelves here. There's also another shelving unit here. As I mentioned, this is a 3-cabin, 2-head layout. So this is the port aft cabin, guest cabin. Has very nice bedding, sheets, blankets, comforter, pillows, all that stuff. Very nicely designed and laid out, and plenty of hanging locker space. There's all your lines and everything. One thing I neglected to mention when we were up in that storage locker, as I said, sail inventory wise, she does have a code 0 sail as well as the original full 105% jib. Those are both in storage, in a storage locker here. Eek. Starboard aft cabin, same kind of thing. Nice little reading lights, USB outlets for charging your phones, hanging locker, storage shelves. Oh, this is a LED light that goes on the cockpit table. Nice little cockpit table light that plugs in. Air conditioning. And then you do have access to the head from in here. So generous head. It's a electric Jabsco toilet, and it's fresh or salt water, so you can choose. And separate stall shower. It has a door that closes here. Keep everything nice and dry. So this can be used as a day head as well. What else have I forgotten? Well designed little bookshelf area with lighting and a little cabinet down below. Very cozy salon. And the master cabin. So full beam up in the bow, plenty of headroom. I'm 5'9", and there's probably about, what do we reckon, 6'2" headroom in here, something like that, 6'3" I'd say. Walk around island berth here, nice view out of the window, and if you want some privacy, it has those. Both sides, very easy to get in and out of bed at night, and 110 12-volt charging sockets. Another view out of the window. Very nice and desirable feature of this boat, mirror, is the separate toilet and shower. So you've got the toilet on the side to port. Again, electric quiet flush Jabsco toilet, kind of clever design there. and that toilet can be fresh or salt water. And so if someone's in the shower, you can still use the toilet, and here's the shower to starboard. Big lockers here, and then your holding tank is right behind this. Yeah. Also nice that you do have a port overhead hatch here to let in light and air and get all the humidity out, and you also have a port to let light in there. So that's the salon. Let's go and take a look at the engine. So this is Yanmar. There is only one engine. Yanmar direct drive with a Flexifold prop on it. And so it's direct drive, very simple, very easy. This is of course a common rail engine. Service was done in April of this year, and they've only put a few hours on there since then. Another couple of upgrades to point out is that this boat does have connectivity to, it's got the NEMA interlink, so you can get all the engine information on the B&G multifunction displays, which is really nice. So engine temperature, fuel consumption, oil pressure, all that kind of thing you can get on the multifunction displays. And you can see the interlink flashing down there. Also another really nice, sorry it's so dark in here, but Raycor fuel filter water separator. So this is like a $4,000 upgrade by the time you have the custom bracket made and the thing installed. So the nice thing with that is if one filter clogs, you can just swing this handle around and run off the other filter. It's got a vacuum gauge, so you can see if that filter's clogged, it'll start pulling a vacuum. So nice feature there. Beautiful engine, this, absolutely gorgeous. Impellers right there, and sea strainer and your pump for your air conditioning. So that is the 2022 Beneteau Oceanis 51.1 Sweet Love. My name is Paul Briant. I'm with South Coast Yachts, and you can contact me by email at paul@scyachts.com. And like I said, I'll link the listing on Yacht World in the description down below. Or you can contact me on my cell, 619-823-6186. And thank you for watching the video, and I will catch you on the next one.